Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hello, hi. I am Ms. Mixes Messages, and I'm here to give you your mixing of messages. It is subject to change or change for entertainment purposes. Okay, so it's going to be a little longer reading. I do have a shorter, sweeter, to the point, to point, to point. There is no point over on the TikTok, okay? TikTok. Here we've doubled the amount of decks, cards, and so the amount of time is going to be double to triple that amount, okay? Which you, I think, foresaw, you little psychic you. It tells you how long this video should be, right? So, whoop, there it is. Let's get going, okay? Capricorn placements. I'm hearing placemat and replacements, okay? So, Capricorn, very traditional, doesn't necessarily like to make a mess, likes things structured, okay? First of all, it's like there's an order, but first of all, when you're like eating your food, none of it should fall. You should just be having proper table manners. But secondly, if something is going to spill, it's going to not spill on the tablecloth or the table, but on the placemat. So there's something about placemats there. Could be literally, could be a metaphor, a placemat, okay? Also with that here in replacements. And like the placemat is in place as sort of like a protection so you don't need to replace, right? The stain on the table or the, I'm trying to be very serious right now because that's probably how you feel about it if you've got really strong Capricorn placements, but you are able to also see other points of view if you've got other aspects too. So when you're not staining the tablecloth, okay? And you can see how this is like serious manner, but also how it's really quite silly. And if you change your point of view, the stain isn't a mistake, it's just like art. There's a story there. Like, there's a story there. This isn't a stain, it's a statement. It's not a stain, honey, it's a statement piece. So to make peace with your stains in your life, metaphorically, okay, literally, and to not be afraid to be a little silly, okay? Silly billy goats. So similar, but I like that, similar. So when something's on simmer, so if you've cooked or if you haven't, there's a boiling point, right? When you've reached yourself the boiling point, or when the pot of water has reached its boiling point, like that, there's bubbles, right? They're rolling, boiling bubbles. Simmering is just like a little bit, okay? So simmeringly similar to Aquarius. So there's a bridge that's occurring right now as we've moved from the age of Capricorn, okay, all that you represent, and Capricorn energy represents, into Aquarius, okay? And that was kind of, I displayed with that, okay, we need to have these things in rules and orders and this in place because we don't want to replace and this and that, versus that little, and it's just a little flicker of, oh, that's so silly. It's not a stain, it's a statement. So there's a little changing of heart, mind, body, soul, spirit within yourself and within the collective in the world that's happening. And astrologically speaking, Pluto, the sign of transformation, just moved out of Capricorn. So the whole need to have things in order, okay? Need to have the placemat so we don't have to replace into, it's not a stain, it's a statement, okay? So Capricorn, snap. Something's gonna break you. I don't know what it's gonna take, Capricorn, but something has either already broken you or it's gonna break you, or in the past you may have experienced a break. Heartbreak, literally, like, could have been like a bone break, okay? I'm also sensing like it might have been past life, okay? Something to do with your birthmarks, actually, okay? Something that broke you in the past life, and there's some hesitations around this presently, okay? Or it's kind of like infecting your present situation, your present life. I don't know where Capricorn is in your chart, but depending on if it's your sun or your moon in particular, you might be dealing with some lineage, okay, problems. Genetic karma on either your mother or your father's side. Mother for the moon, father is the sun, depending on where your placement is, okay? Placement, replacement, placemat. Place to place, all over the place, okay? We're gonna look at your sexual energy here next. I'm hearing a little bit of thank you next when it comes to sex for you, with you. Some abstinence that you might be indulging in abstinence instead of in sex. You might want to watch the Aquarius reading. You know, I don't know how much time you have. I'm laughing because, you know, it's an honor to even have you here, Capricorn. Really, truly. All right. We know you're busy. You got things to do, but whatever it is that broke you may have brought you here, okay? What else? Just last but not least, peace to peace. So pieces to peace. Pieces like being shattered to put back together to peace, making peace, okay? So, on a stretcher, okay? But there's been like that break, that snap, okay? Or maybe you might have snapped, okay? Like an elastic band snapped, or you might have just like snapped, like you broke, or something broke. So on the side here on the stretcher, okay, and healing, what you're dealing with, we've got number 7. This is a very spiritual number. We are in 2023 right now. Broken down, that is number 7, okay? Attached or reflective of heaven, okay? So we've got Vishuddha showing up here, truth, okay? So to heal, it's acknowledgement of truth, to tell the truth, to acknowledge the truth, to own the truth. And it is the deception, okay, the untruth which cause sickness, okay? That thickness, that murky, that yucky, okay? That mucky, that can't move, okay? When you're not in the groove, okay? So we've got confidence in the power of healing. So we've got Chiron here. We've also got Virgo. So Virgo is the healer, the healing energy. You might have Virgo placed somewhere in your chart. Virgo is a fellow earth sign. So practical, physical healing. I'm hearing musical. So using physical tools to heal, but also like music is ethereal, which is more like Vishuddha, which is throat chakra, which isn't physical, it's metaphysical. But the most powerful form of healing isn't physical, it's more metaphysical through sound, okay? Sound can literally change the cells of your structure and of your vibration to go from sickness to health, like faster than all the drugs and pharmaceuticals and alternative forms of medicine you can pump, okay, or take or pop, or like you need it. But physical methods are just fine and dandy too, okay? But I did hear that incoming musical, okay? So we've got Chiron. So the wounded healer is what Chiron represents. So Chiron is where you need to be cheered on, where you need encouragement, where you need cheering, okay? Where you're wounded, okay? Where you're on the stretcher, where you need to lean into and stretch into, because as much as you are healing with it, this is also where you're like overabundant and really like you have like the why you need healing. It's similar to your south node, like you're so overdeveloped in these skill sets, these aspects, that you need help and you yourself need healing in it. Because you're just like, oh, like it's just too like overdone. And it's very overdone. So because it's overdone and you help everybody else with it, but you forget to be helped yourself or to help yourself with that, okay? So the wounded healer, Virgo energy here. May direct message have Chiron in Virgo. But yeah, heavenly. Could go on with that more, but we've got other cards here, don't we? So we're going to leave this hopeful card more last because Capricorn, you'd prefer it to do it more in the order. So let's look here at your enchanted love. In the past, we've got King of Roses or the Motivator. So that's you, that's Capricorn energy. You're not feeling motivated or inspired. You've kind of tapped out on something, okay? Where just like you've had enough or you're done. It doesn't do whatever it is, okay? Person, place, or thing, hobby, a way of viewing things, seeing things, living things. It isn't doing it for you anymore, okay? It just isn't. Don't know why it isn't, and you're kind of intuitively having to seek those answers. That could be why you're here now. So the High Priestess is a very gentle, subtle, feminine energy. This is Pisces energy, okay? Who can see beyond the veil. It's a feminine energy, so she lives beyond the veil. Within a male, it is the feminine aspect of that male, okay? So it's a more soft and more gentle. So more recently, in the recent past, it's a consulting your intuition or intuitive individuals, could be literally a Pisces, to provide insights into what it is that you cannot see. Like, why doesn't this thing that used to fulfill me not fulfill me anymore? Okay? We've also got, I don't know which Egyptian goddess this is, but it's an Egyptian goddess there. Leading towards Egypt, okay? The Egyptian mysteries. In the present moment here, we've got Princess of Gems, so in reverse. So where you may have had knowledge or knowing before, you don't. And this might actually have a lot to do directly with where the planets are and how Pluto, the planet of transformation, okay, it's far out, okay, has shifted and transitioned out of Capricorn, your energy, your sign, okay, where transformation and solution was in discipline, okay, is now in lack thereof, something like that, okay? So where you used to have the answers, you don't anymore. And the same old things that you were doing before aren't working anymore. And it's that Albert Einstein, like, he kept doing the same things and expecting the same result. That's why you kept doing the same things, because it worked. And now it's really, well, you don't want the same results. Ooh, my heart. Whew. Something like that, okay? Ooh. Electricity. Okay. Towards the future, we've got Four of Roses and respect. Just a little bit. And after that, we've got the Eight of Shells, sacrifice. I can't get over that heart little thing. So we're going to move the enchanted love up here and seek beneath here in the sexual energy. And the farther back behind past, we've got the Ace of Wands, okay? I'm picking up on one night stand energy, okay? A spring fling kind of thing, all right? Ace of Wands, we've got a heart on, we've got a erection, okay? We've got a ding dong, someone's at the doorbell, and then after that we've got strength, wrestling with your feelings, with your boink. The present moment, we've got Eight of Wands here. So this is being defensive energy, defense. Defense or offense, fence, it's protection, using protection, being protected, okay? Respect, to be respected, okay? We've got the Hermit energy here, that's Virgo energy, okay? Showed up here with the Chiron and having confidence in the power of healing, okay? Of dealing with it. So the Hermit, he's kind of left out in the cold, okay? He's abstaining, okay? He's in prayer, he's in meditation, he's in healing. He's a healer. He needs to heal, he needs to retreat, he needs to step back, okay? His candle is not lit also in this, which I find really interesting, okay? So that boing that I mentioned, that Ace of Wands, could just be like a candlestick, okay? That in the past was lit, and in the future, okay? Like there's some wrestling with that, some defensiveness, and in the near future, it's not lit, okay? So the candle wick is not lit, okay? And some others is lit, but yours is not lit, okay? And it's like this, it's got this feeling of like not taking a break, like it's quit. Maybe prior, there's been some hit it and quit it, okay? And now it's just quit. Something has quit. Quit being lit, quit working, okay? Twerking, okay? So with the Hermit and the Four of Roses, because I kind of want to help you out here, it's respect. Yeah. So to hit it and quit it is not respect, but to quit it, that's respect to certain respects, right? To reject. Hermit is seeking answers, okay? Sometimes that light has to go off to be able to see, okay? Or to feel, okay? If there's no light, what other senses do you have to rely on? Sound, hearing, but your feelings, right? Being distracted by what it is that you see, you can't really feel. So just shut the lights off and feel your experience more, okay? Outside of, like, the Hermit is alone. He's by himself. He's with himself. He's not with someone else. He's not looking at his phone. He's not reading a book. He's with himself. He's by himself, okay? After that, through this withdrawal into yourself, okay? The lights are out. We have you finding what the truth is with the Ace of Swords there. And the Eight of Shells. There is a sacrifice that's going to have to be made. This truth is going to acquire sacrifice, but also, like, it requires your sacrifice, okay? You're going to have to sacrifice certain things in order to, like, I'm going to use the example of my fridge, okay? Let's say I've got a full fridge. If I want to bring more in, I got to get rid of what's in my fridge because there ain't no room. I can keep stuffing stuff in there, but at a certain point, or like my purse or whatever it is, right? Some kind of storage, bookshelf, I don't know. Whatever it is for you, basket, okay? Like a mental, okay, emotional, whatever it is. This is emotional, Eight of Shells, emotional sacrifices, okay? To take things out of your heart, okay? Of your vessel, of your vicinity, okay, to make room, okay? And the process of doing that, you also might be moving, okay? Packing things up into boxes, okay, to decide what to hold on to and what to be rid of or let go of, okay? Let's look here at what's in your heart, okay? This is our true heart. In the past, we've got Three of Wands. You walked through a door that maybe you shouldn't have, and or I'm hearing that the door was locked and you knocked, or maybe you didn't knock, the door was locked, maybe it was just like closed off, okay? Like or you couldn't find the door, you couldn't find the key to the door, something like that. Okay, recent past, we've got the World, okay, but things have changed, okay? What you couldn't find before, you are now finding, or you found, and you're wrestling with it. You're finding strength to overcome it, okay? We see a boar here, okay? Something about being bored, but also like wrestling with your boredom or wrestling with a boar. Pig, gluttony, okay? Greediness, being a pig, like a pig. Pigs really like to roll around in their own shit, in the dirt. To be a pig is also, okay, police officers to keep certain behaviors or principles, rules, regulations, laws in line. But a pig, like, also sexually, this is the sexual tarot deck, wrestling with your own, like, piggish thoughts, right? And that moves towards this respect that we have over here, okay? Whew, so, yeah, I said enough there. So I'm feeling a little awkward now. But in the present moment here, we've got the King of Discs in reverse. Something about financial loss or defensiveness around wanting to maintain some sort of stature or status, okay? Going towards the future, this is nice. Four of Wands, you've got a wedding, okay? Initially it was in reverse, but it's looking like it's happening, okay? Four of Wands, dun, 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 dun. So this is wedding. Okay, this is marriage, this is union, okay? This is withdrawing contemplation and getting a new perspective on how to address the respect of a certain situation and being united in that front, okay? with your own convictions, your own conceptions, your own values, respect, and therefore with your person, okay? Not being a perv, but like being a better person, okay? And then I'm hearing that concept of the purse too, like having too much in the purse and needing to reverse take things out in order to make room, okay? So get certain things out in order to make room for this, I don't know who I had said it to. I think it was Pisces, but doesn't matter, but it does, but it doesn't. Could have Pisces placement, be dealing with a Pisces, okay? Pisces could be involved here. But the Bible quote saying is that a man and therefore a woman will leave their parents, okay? It doesn't stop there. Like it's family, it's friends in order to become at one united front with their other person, okay? And then after that, we've got the High Priestess again. So where this, again, in the beginning, I say subject to change or change, okay? It's not written in stone here, okay? You can easily up or down it. So certain things are blocked, certain things are fluid, certain things you get to decide. If you don't like what I'm saying, change it. You have that freedom, okay? If you like what I'm saying, like chain it, like chain in on it and be like, yeah, that's it, okay? I'll say I play both sides, darkness and light, okay? In that way, okay? So we've got the High Priestess after that. So again, this is Piscean energy, could be Pisces season. You may have also had some realizations in Pisces season. You also might be ahead of yourself, ahead of this reading. You're looking back on this, okay? But some significant realizations that have happened at the end of winter, which is Pisces season, before that new beginning of the spring, okay? And or at the end of your own personal winter, okay? Of your own personal Pisces season, your own personal winter. You've seen beyond the veil, okay? You had clarity. So the cold of the winter, it brings clarity. And we know that snow, as a frozen version of water, holds memory, okay? Water holds memory, and snow really holds memory. It's more shapeable memory, okay? And that cold and that more shapeable memory is having you remembered something. You're remembering something, okay? In loving memory, I hear as well, okay? Let's look more past life here. We have Four of Wands as well. We've got the Four of Staves, Four of Wands, okay? Same card, so one is in your future and one is in your past, okay? So you've got a marriage in your past, could be past life. Now, if you don't believe in resurrection, Easter season, or reconciliation, or reincarnation, you might just believe of the past up until this point. So the past up until this point, like yesterday and then like last month, kind of a past life sort of a thing, okay? Or like what you were thinking like 7 seconds, 7 minutes ago versus now, like past life, okay? It doesn't have to get into the whole like booga wooga wooga. We could go there, but we don't have to. Meh. So Four of Staves, so marriage in your past life, okay? And marriage in your future. That's interesting. Is it the same or is it different? We have two lookalikes here and we have two not so lookalikes here, so I could dare to say that it's different. There could also be potentially like a confliction, okay, with regards to affections, okay, due to a past life, okay? So, recent past, we've got Persephone and Pluto, transformation, XIII. This is Scorpio energy. As mentioned, Pluto has moved from Capricorn energy, which is who I'm talking to, into Aquarius, okay? So from chains, staying the same, you do the same thing again and again because it works, into change. You stop doing the same things again and again because they aren't working anymore, okay? So Persephone was a goddess of the underworld. Now, more recent tales and encounters of Persephone is that, ooh, she was abducted by Hades, okay? If you look further, so this is a lot of like patriarchy rewriting his story, history, to make him look like, oh, he's the conqueror, he can do what he wants. So in further accounts of Persephone, she already ruled the underworld. She was dark, like the darkest of the darkest, like the dark depths of the darkest depths of the underworlds. like she was already the queen of the darkness before Hades may like kidnap Hades, whatever. Like she pre-planned that little kidnapping kind of a thing. Like, you think you took me against my will? Oh, honey, I'm so dark. I plotted or planned for you to do that to me. That's how dark or twisted she was. She understood the laws of undermining, underworld, subconscious, okay, the underworlds, okay, darkness, alchemy, turning darkness into light, and the darker something is, therefore, the more bright in its contrast it's got to be. It is, okay? So, did Pluto kidnap Persephone, or did Persephone swindle Pluto into, you know, doing her dirty work there? There's a saying, when the trash takes itself out, right? So, there's some of that happenstance there. Look at Pluto coming and humming and hawing, eh? It's kind of like, it's like, he hasn't quite figured it out yet. But, like, it's right, like, and she's like, In the present here, we've got Prince of Coins, Perseus. I don't know who he is, do you? We got 2 birch trees. Love those trees. Their bark rips off into, like, a beautiful, like, paper to, like, write on, okay? Write on with, like, ashes, okay? Prince of Coins, okay? So you might have some ideas that you might be writing down, okay? Some inspiration, words, symbols, drawings. I'm seeing mostly symbols, honestly, like sketched all over these birch trees, these symbols. So this also kind of looks like a doorway, and there's a message there for you about, I'm also seeing a scene, I don't know if it's Alice in Wonderland, but like there's 2 doors and which direction to go in, okay? Depending upon what is written. And if it's truthful, upfront, and honest, or if it's like a frickin' riddle, like that whole trickery over here, right? Okay, what else have we got in the near future? We've got Tristan and Isolde, Desire, 5, 6, 7. So 7 minutes in heaven, but 7-11, but also 7 relating to heaven. We are in the year of 7 right now, 2023. I also saw 2703 on the clock, and now 2707. A lot of 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, so 7 is a big power number. There's a lot of like 11, a lot of 7s that are of spiritual significance. With this desire here, I'm feeling called to remind you, desire being fire and feeding the desire, feeding the fire, okay? But also desire in terms of following, if desire is fire, okay, fire going up more towards the heart, because this is true love beneath the heart, okay? Air, okay, your truth, your heart, your feelings, okay? Look at how they're embracing and they're holding each other, okay? Not letting each other go. So it's following the rhythm of the heart. Your heart has a beat, right? Like when you're listening to music, if you're listening to a beat, your heartbeat has that sound too. So listening to your own heartbeat, okay? The rhythm of that drum, that bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, whatever it is that's speaking to you, that's that desire, okay? Faint. If there's no fire, no desire, find your heart, find your rhythm, find your groove, okay? And let that groove bring you movement, okay? Going further forward towards the further far out future, we've got the 10 of Cups. Again, like a lot of other stuff here in reverse, okay? Is initially showing up, subject to change or change. Do you need that earth-shattering spiritual awakening of devastation and suffering in order to get the joke or get the yoke or get the lessons? And maybe it is losing everything where you're going to finally feel free and feel happiness and feel that presence of everything in the absence of it, right? But on the other end of that, there's, so the goddess Lakshmi, she's a Hindu goddess, and if you look at depictions of her, she is overflowing, okay? So she's not just like a bucket of water, it's like a flooding, like that's the abundance of this 10 of Cups here, okay? And on the contrary to flooding and like abundance, like it just keeps flowing, okay? On the contrary to that, what would that be? Immense dryness, devastation, okay? Like the cracks in the earth that are just like, quench my thirst, kind of a thing. So, again, the choice is yours. It's the exact same thing, okay? On one, it's like giving abundance. On the other, it's like receiving abundance. Maybe or maybe not, okay? But intuitively. So Pisces, giving, okay? Seeing where Pisces placements in your chart and or also where's your 12th house. So 12th house is ruled by Pisces, which is that subconscious that we're talking about, seeing what planets or aspects sit in your 12th house, okay? And that is how you're going to be able to recover from that dryness, okay? Like cracked skin, you might we don't have to go all there. You might just have dry skin, cracked skin. You need to put some kind of a lotion, and maybe that lotion you're putting on yourself isn't really fulfilling, so you have to find a different kind of lotion, and you don't really quite know. And so that like it's putting you into commotion, 30-30 on the clock there, okay? So the 12th house, the underworld, the 12th house and those planets that sit in there, but also like if your 12th house is in Pisces, or if it's in Leo, or if it's in Aries, or if it's in wherever it is, okay, whatever zodiac. So the element of that is how you can communicate and how spirit communicates with you, whether that's through the element of fire, okay, feisty, doesn't make sense, light, blah, like just going off, okay. Air, so it's more intellectual, mental, okay, might be prone to headaches. So if you're getting headaches, it could be spirit trying to communicate with you, okay. Water, it's through your feelings. It's more gentle, more subtle, okay, more emotional, okay. Or earth, it could be through using substances, like things of this earth. So marijuana or other mind-altering substances like coffee, drugs, anything that changes your point of view could be how spirit is trying to communicate with you. Alcohol, okay, or through physical activities, okay, through movement, exercise, okay, playing instrument, drawing, something physical, eating, creating something in the physical. It's not feeling. And you can also exercise all of those methods or means, okay? And practice and play with that. And that, again, as I said, is how you will recover or how you will manage the flow of abundance, okay? Because it's definitely a spiritual flow of abundance with the high priestess there, and it's truthful, okay? So with the sacrifice. Alrighty, Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising. This is what I've got for you until next time, okay? Bye-bye. Oh, and if I didn't mention, I will mention, I've got to say it all, okay? So if you wanted to look at the TikTok, it's shorter, sweeter, to the point, but there is no point. Yeah, over on the TikTok, the link should be somewheres, okay? Use your spirit to help guide you, okay? Through feeling or exercise or, you know, fire or air, knowledge. You'll figure it out. And if it's not that, then don't. So hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks so much for tuning it in. I don't really have any solutions to offer that you'd have to pay me for. But this here is my karma yoga. It's gratuitous, it's free, okay? If you feel like donating to the channel, it would be appreciated. But yeah, it's just the attitude of gratitude. I'm grateful to be able to deliver these messages over for you to you. It's my selfless service, okay? So, bye. Till next time.